Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. Today we've got two games in the Barclays Premier League for you, one against Bolton and one against Chelsea, and Chelsea's going to be the last game for us in today's episode. And then between those two games, I'm going to have a game against Benfica, which is going to be in the Champions Cup group stage, and Benfica is probably our biggest rival in our group, so we want to be beating them so we can try and progress into the last 16. But first we've got to play a game against Bolton. Now Bolton, they are quite a good team. They've just been promoted, I think, into Barclays Premier League this season on my career mode. Not in real, I can't remember if they have in real life or not. But they have got one injury, which is alright because that dude, I'm sure, is one of their starters. I'm sure he is, and that's quite good when one of their starters is out injured, as you'll see in the Chelsea game later on, because it gives you a bit more of an advantage because they're having to use players who are less rated or in the game or just not aren't as experienced or as good. So that allows us to get an early lead there with Sergio Aguero. It just takes it around the keeper there, and absolutely brilliant ball into the box it was as well. And here we just give the ball away in our own half, really sloppy defending, and we give away a penalty, which is not very good to do. Well, not a good thing to do, and especially when Lee's on the ball here. I thought he was going to do one of his cheeky penalties, but I didn't think he would. But then when he stopped, I was like, yeah, he's going to do it. But I still went to the right for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, carrying on into the game, Podolski gets on the ball here, and Podolski passes it into the middle to Adrian. I was going to put it out right wide to Nabry, I think it was on the wing, but I decided instead to just take it around the defender and let Adrian have a smash, and he scores. So that makes it 2-1 there. And Bolton, they did fight back a bit in this game. They did really fight back there. I think it was Swordwell or Caldwell, I can't remember. Can't just see his name there. But he gets a nice goal for them there. But into the second half we go, and we get our own penalty there. And Sergio Aguero is going to step up to take this penalty. I was thinking of maybe putting Podolski on it, because all last season he was really good at penalties. But, you know, I decided to put Aguero on it because he was chosen by EA then, and he did win the penalty as well. So I decided to put him on the ball, and he smashed it into the top of the net, and that makes it 3-2. And the game didn't finish there. Near enough straight away, Bolton did attack again, and Ngog, I think that's how you say his name, passes it to Lee, and Lee puts it past I think that's how his name is said. I used him quite a bit in this episode because he's my reserve goalkeeper. I wanted to give him a chance, but it didn't take us long for us to again take the lead, and Lewandowski just blasts it into the top right hand corner there, and puts the game into our advantage. And then Walcott's is absolutely amazing pace, passes it into Aguero, and that completes his hat trick for us. And that just shows how really valuable he is to us, because without him there we would have lost 3-2 maybe, because he scored 3 of our goals. I think we would have scored from the penalty that he scored, but I don't know about the other 2 goals, because those other 2 goals were really good for him. I mean, we did have Podolski on hand to be able to score that penalty for us, but you never know, he could have maybe missed. But anyway, as you can see, some of my players are starting to improve a bit more. I will do another squad report in a couple of episodes time, so you'll have to look out for that. But at the moment, I'm just showing you the overalls really, and some of the stats have gone up if you notice. Also, Chamberlain is 81 now. I think he was 80 before, so that shows he's improved a bit. Also, Aguero's a 90 rating. I think he was like that before, but still, as you can see there, Diaby and Phobia both still injured, and those are 2 really strong players. Diaby especially because he does offer that experience in the centre of the field. Also, Phobia, as I said, he has got a bit of pace and he can be used in the right midfielder position, so he's a bit of a loss to have him still out, but hopefully they will be back in about a month or 2. So here's our next game against Benfica, and pretty early on they get a nice ball in here, some terrible defending from my players, and Pereira, I think, who's a centre back, and gets a nice easy goal there for them. But we do equalise in the second half with Lewandowski, and Lewandowski blasts it at the near post, and we know how overpowered the near post is. And then Podolski passes it out to Lewandowski, and again a brilliant through ball gets it to Podolski, and it just splits the defence in half, and Podolski puts that into the bottom right hand top or left hand corner. But we're not out of the woods yet, as an absolutely, well, some nice goalkeeping here by Courtois, but an absolutely terrible kick, gives him the ball, and an open net is there for Matic, and he just scores easily, which is probably going to be one of the easiest goals of his career. You could probably say it's quite difficult because he had to be in the right place at the right time, but he really didn't have to do much because it was just he was stood there and the ball hit him, so you know. But there, unfortunately, they do take a 3-2 lead, and I thought that the game was going to come out of our grips there, but luckily Muriel's on hand with the second rebound, I think that was there, to score as a goal, and that levels the match up at 3-3. So it's quite a bit of comeback, and there's been comebacks from us in this episode so far, and hopefully we won't draw against Chelsea in the next match, because they are quite a big opponent and quite a big challenge against us in the Barclays Premier League. So I want to be trying to beat them by as big a goal margin as possible, because I want to try and demoralise their squad as much as possible. And they've got Sagna in their team, which is an old Arsenal player. I did trade him for Aspilicueta, but I decided I wasn't going. Well, I am going to play him. I think Aspilicueta. No, I don't think I will do, because I didn't want him to put him against his old teammate there, I don't think. So I decided to put him on the bench as well, because he was low on stamina. So I decided to put him on the bench, and decided to try out one of my low rated players, my right back Berlin. I think that's how you say his name. So I decided to try out him against Chelsea. But Sagna, he used to play for us. He was playing for Chelsea, so it was going to be a bit of vengeance. And also Courtois, he used to play for Chelsea, and as you can see there, they've got loads of players out injured. Benzema, who, as I said earlier, is quite a big player, and to have him injured is really good for us. And there, Podolski gets a nice shot away, but unfortunately can't get it in, probably because it's with his right foot. But Sergio Aguero there puts it into the back of the net with his head, and then Javinho run down the wing here, cross it in any time now, and Podolski is going to get onto that and beat Petr his near post, and just to make sure it's in, I decided to kick it back in again. And then from there on, we just seemed to dominate the match. Chelsea couldn't really do anything against us. They leave themselves really open at the back, and then Oxlade-Chamberlain does a nice bit of turn work there and gets around Mikel, I think that is, and puts it into the bottom right hand corner, and that just seals the game for us. And just to make sure that we won the game, I decided, you know what, I'll put Naby on the wing and cross it in. Well, I thought I was going to cross it in there, but a nice bit of trickery there, and then pass it around the edge of the box, Fring Pong to Aguero, and Aguero with a finesse shot into the bottom right corner. So, until next time guys, I'll see you later. Please leave a like, also subscribe for more FIFA videos, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.